1917. Welcome, my friends, to the West Real Estate Program, the show that tells you everything you need to know about real estate, buying, selling, renovating, you name it, we'll look into it. I'm going to go through this home today, 17 The Promenade, Wattle Grove, but before I do that, let's see what Sarah and Dan are up to this week, shall we?
Today, I get some hints on how to make your next home move stress-free, and I visit a display home with a difference.
And I get some invaluable advice on maximising your home sale price and explore an informative real estate website.
Here from the professional Sterling Clark. I'm sure he will be. Glenn.
Peter.
Oh, jeez. Sorry, that was stupid.
Welcome, mate.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
That's all right.
Where are we? The Promenade.
17 The Promenade, one of the best streets in Wattle Grove, I would think.
Very nice. I like this goth sort of medieval style thing going on here. And my lordy bee, look at the size of this area here. Tell us a bit about the home, Glenn.
Mate, we've got a beautiful 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home. We've got 257 square metres under the roof.
Under the roof?
Huge, not including the garage.
Woo.
So a huge house. We've got this beautiful granny flat sort of setup in here, so versatility-wise,
is there a granny in there now?
There is no granny in there right now, unfortunately,
okay.
But all set up for one. And as you can see, open plan space. Kitchen, look at the size of it.
It's massive, look at that. There's so much in it. I can sort of do some jazzy dancing, yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe a walk, something there, a faker. You know, really good. I love a bit of space. I love that you've got the, what do they call these sort of invert, what do they call that ceiling arrangement?
Feature bulkheads up through here.
Feature bulkheads, so a tall person could come and stand just in that area along there.
Absolutely. Yeah, it just adds that extra size and space to the rooms, I feel.
Glenn, tell me about Wattle Grove. What's in town for me? What can I find?
Wattle Grove, really popular, growing suburb. You've got some acreage properties out towards the hills, but the main part of Wattle Grove these days is this residential area which is coming through. Lots of families coming into this area. Yeah. You've also got a lot of fly-in, fly-outs. Sure. We've got the airport 5 minutes down Tonkin Highway.
Handy, handy.
Handy. And access to the city. You've got Roe, you've got Tonkin. It's just a great suburb, up and coming.
Fantastic. Stick with me, Glenn, stick with me. We've got to go. You know Dan, he's presenter on the program.
I've seen Dan.
Oh, easy on the eye, Dan. Ladies enjoy Dan's company, they truly do. We're going to throw to him now. He's with Craig Gemmell from Gemmell Homes, another wonderful man. They're at West Swan, looking at the gallery.
You know, the West Real Estate Program may have only been on air for a short while now, but it doesn't take a nuclear physicist to work out there's a common theme. That's right, houses. And I've had the chance to look at what some of the finest builders in WA have on offer. And what I've found is when it comes to design, there's sort of a certain formula. Having said that, occasionally something very different comes along. As my second visit to a Gemmell home, I'm discovering there's something quite unique about the way they go about a build. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. They've called this the gallery. And do you know what I think is the sign of a truly inspirational design? Is the way that one area seamlessly flows into the next. It's just such a pleasure to be in this kind of environment. High ceilings complement the open plan living space that flow on through sliding doors to a beautiful alfresco, which, by the way, I think is one of the best areas under this roof. I've gone straight to the top for the best details I could find. Craig, thanks for joining me again.
Thank you, Dan.
This is the gallery, this design. It's absolutely beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, look, we love it, and it's actually an award-winning home, Dan.
Which award has it won?
It won an award for the best bathroom in a display home in its category at the Housing Industry Association Awards. It's a beautiful home. The whole design focuses on the rear living, which stretches right across the rear of the home.
Actually, the alfresco is fantastic. Can you show me around?
Absolutely, love to.
Oh, mate, this is one of the biggest alfrescos I've seen in a design.
Well, that was one of the briefs we gave to the designers, because this is very much part of our West Australian lifestyle, to try and get that seamless integration between indoor and outdoor living, and I think we've achieved it in this home.
Entertainer's pad. Mate, have you got another favourite area?
There is one room I want to show you, which is the award-winning room.
Let's do it.
Okay. Here we are then.
Oh, wow. Look at all the space. That's the first thing you notice, isn't it?
Well, that's what we've tried to do in this room, is to create that space, and that's enabled us to produce his and her walk-in robes, his and hers separate vanities in the main ensuite area, so we've really captured all that. Let me show you why it won an award.
Okay. Actually, it's really large, isn't it? Look at that.
Well, we've got this seamless flow from the main bedroom area into the bathroom. It can be opened up, closed off as you see fit, but I just think it's that integration and the quality of the fittings here that assisted us in winning that award.
Mate, it's set a benchmark for next week. I'm excited to see what you got for me. Thanks
Thank
again.
you, Dan.
Cheers.
Good.
Subtle features complement this elegant package, such as the feature rendered bands in the front elevation. There's also the strength and durability of the double clay brick construction. For more info on the gallery or any of the Gemmell range, visit westrealestate.com.au and follow the links.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Craig. Once again, top of the pops, wonderful work. This is how I'll start most days. Jump out of bed, straight to the machine for 4 or 5 hours, nude. Not today though, don't want to scare the kiddies. Leave the clothes on. I'll have Dan's body in no time. After the break, we're going to catch up with wonderful Sarah. She's at 740 Designs. We'll see you then. Welcome back to the West Real Estate Program. Oh, and don't forget your chance to win a wonderful plunge pool from our friends at Aquatechnics to the value of nearly $20,000. Incredible. Now here's Sarah at the wonderful 740 Design. Sarah!
Sometimes the smallest things can make or break a property sale. Say the home from the outside is fantastic and you can't wait to go inside hoping it's the one. But when you get in, the furniture they've lived in for a dozen years really turns you off. Imagine the feeling walking into a fresh, modern and uniquely furnished living space by 740 Designs. A lot like this place in Karrinyup, built by Brown Neves Constructions. This brand new 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home is perfect for that quintessential lifestyle. But how do you make sure it's going to attract the right buyer? Alex, you've furnished the home beautifully. What kind of target market have you tried to capture?
Here we're trying to capture a family with teenage kids. Given the open plan living, there's a large outdoor alfresco area for entertaining. We've got the 2 levels here so we can zone the parents from the children. We've got the 2 bedrooms with en-suites so the parents are able to choose whether they want to live upstairs or downstairs depending on the age of their children.
And how have you furnished the home to complement that kind of family?
Well, we've tried to use warm colours, oranges, yellows, to try to create warmth and energy in the spaces. Then we've gone with fabrics and timber to create an environment that's warm and friendly rather than using, stark whites and glass.
Beautiful. When it comes to interior styling, it's important to try to appeal to a wide range of people, not just your target market. But because you want a quick sale at the best price, sometimes you need to pull on those heartstrings to lock in that deal. Now, it can be quite an emotional thing buying a new home. How do you use furnishing to make people feel good about it?
Well, our furniture needs to not only complement the home itself, but it also needs to meet the needs of its potential buyer.
And how easy is it to organise?
It's very easy. We've got an excellent team. We can come out and give you an obligation-free quote. Then we've got a turnaround of as easy as 24 hours and we'll be sure to meet your target market.
So if you are trying to sell, you really need to consider what the home looks and feels like on the inside. Old furniture or an empty home just doesn't make the cut. To get in touch with the amazing styling team at 740 Designs, go online to westrealestate.com.au.
Thank you, Sarah, and all the people there at 740 Design. Well done. Now for the break, John Pergadani from Real Mark. John Pergadani from Real Mark. The big cheese. Pergadani. 17 the Promenade, Bottle Grove got its own UFC cage. What fire! Pah! That was immature, wasn't it? But now, coming up right now, the number 1, the big cheese, the numero uno, the big kahuna. John Pergadani from Real Mark. Check it out.
John, you're here every week to help me answer a few of the tougher questions. When it comes to selling a house, I've got marketing, I've got pricing, I've got promoting it. I mean, there's all these things to worry about.
Yeah,
Where do I start?
Yeah, there is a lot to consider. Look, I think at the end of the day, what a seller's got to do is do their research right up front. Don't worry about getting appraisals and the price of the property and all that sort of stuff. What you've really got to do is audition your agent. So what I advise you to do is go to their home opens, look at the signs outside their property, get on their website, see what their presence is on social media, have a chat with them, see really how well they're going about promoting other people's properties, because ultimately you've got to get your property to stand out to the thousands of other competing properties in the marketplace.
So, John, I guess that's the key, isn't it? It's to find the agent that best suits your needs.
Absolutely. The agent can add so much value to the process, and if you get the right agent that can deliver the trust and hope that you need in that process, you can make sure that you don't undersell your property, and that's the big fear for most sellers.
So, John, if the viewers want more info, where can they go?
Happy to help. They can go to our website, realmark.com.au. They can follow us on Twitter. Alternatively, subscribe to our fortnightly In Property magazine.
Is that a free magazine?
Absolutely.
Oh, actually, I wouldn't mind a copy of that magazine.
You already picked up a couple today.
Oh, you know about that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, perhaps you can do this week's coffee.
Be my pleasure.
So that's all we got this week from John Percadani from Realmark, but he'll be back each and every week with some more great property tips.
Does it feel like you're always on the hunt for your dream home? There's definitely an endless amount of information on the internet to help you, but it can often leave you feeling more confused than anything. For the easiest way to buy, sell or rent, look no further than westrealestate.com.au. Created by the West Australian newspaper and powered by REWA, it has real estate across the state covered. It has more than 20,000 properties for sale and about 6,000 places up for rent. Lee, how easy is it to access the site?
Sarah, it's very easy to access. There's three ways that you can go about getting to the real estate site. First of which is you can go to westrealestate.com.au. The other way you can look at the site is by going to the west.com.au. Now there is a real estate icon at the top right of the screen which will take you through to the site, or very excited actually about the new widget we have, which is a search box which you can see down here at the bottom of the west.com.au. By putting your information into here, if you're looking for a quick search, then of course that'll take you to a certain area and find numerous properties that you're looking for. There's numerous options you can look at on the real estate website. Now, as you can see here, you've got buy, rent, but of course people are looking for land, commercial properties, even business properties as well. Sarah, there is a research tab here which is really important. If you're looking for a new area, you can have a look at statistics for the last year.
Being a relatively new online resource, its minefield of information and easy navigation means it was only a matter of time before it really took off.
Sarah, we've had an overwhelming response to the campaigns that we've been running. One in particular, our developers campaign, had 500% above industry standard on click-throughs, so we're very pleased.
And what's your advice for someone thinking of selling?
The main thing is to make sure your property is listed on the westrealestate.com.au and in the West Australian.
The West Australians' years of experience make it a one-stop shop for buying, selling and renting in WA, no matter what's your budget. So don't stress out if your perfect house hasn't shown itself just yet. It's probably one of the 20,000 on westrealestate.com.au. I've certainly found mine.
I've got a story to tell you, and I know you're going to love it. But before I kick off, there's a few things I need to tackle first. And while I'm at it, why don't you have a go at trying to guess what I'm up to? Here's a few clues. Number 1, disconnect washing machine and drain. Number 2, place bedding into strong garbage bags. Number 3, tape garden shed tools together. And number 4, leave clothes in chest of drawers. For anyone that's moved house before, there's no secret what's going on here. That's right, this lot has to find its way into a truck and off to the new place. But this isn't your standard move. You see, I'm on a bit of a tight budget, I don't have much stuff, so there's no need for the large volume trucks and all the extra labour. In fact, I reckon I can help lift a few things myself. How you going, Carl? Up the back? Oh. And I'm a bit excited. I've found the perfect team to suit my needs. They're a WA business and they call themselves the Moving Man. So Gordon, it seems there's a bit of a trend out there for removalists to focus on the larger clients, but you're here to help those on a budget, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right. We still do cover the larger areas, but we found more and more demand for people, particularly trying to work to a tight budget and want to move children from home, first home buyers, that sort of thing. So we've deliberately aimed this setup at saving money for those people.
Well, hands on, mate. I think Carl started without me, so I
Okay.
better go and give him a hand.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks. One of the greatest fears we have when our furniture's on the move is the chance of it arriving broken. It's happened to me, and it's a crushing discovery. However, with the moving man on the job, you can relax. They've got loads of experience and offer a safe and efficient pre-packing service. Of course, this isn't their usual pace. We sped this up for effect. It's good, isn't it? And the services don't end there. The moving man can even tailor-make premium packages and pack and unpack all your favourite stuff, placed exactly where you like it. Makes moving a breeze. You right with the rest there, Carl? In fact, to add the icing on the cake, the team will even take the stress out of the cleaning and organise all this for you. All you have to think about is where to hang your hat in the new place. You know, it's not often I come across a bloke like Gordon, someone who could quite easily steer his business into the arms of larger industrial clients who have huge sums of money set aside for a service like his. Instead, it seems Gordon's seen the challenges we face on a smaller budget and as somewhat of a good turn, has expanded his operation to help, well, everyone. For more info on the moving man, go to westrealestate.com.au and follow the links.
Welcome back to the West Real Estate program, my friends. Look, Glenn, I found Nemo. Hey, come on, go. Glenn,
Yes.
where are we now?
We're in the granny flat of this home, Peter.
Is she there? Saw her a minute
She's
ago.
around.
Oh, she's really creepy. She sneaks in and out of the shop. It's really weird. Anyway, what would she use this area for, outside of keeping a scary granny in?
Well, I mean, this is quite a unique area. It's under the main roof. It's got a bathroom, it's got a lounge, it's got a bedroom. So it really is great for grannies, teenagers, or maybe even boarders.
Or just keeping away from your family?
If you want to do
I
that.
could easily just hide in here for probably a few days on end and lock the door and say, I'm not coming, I'm not on duty at all. I love it. I think it's a great idea to have in a household. It's really great. You could have a little extra border and a fly in, fly out to the border.
Yeah, for sure.
What about you, Glenn? Real estate. Tell us why you were attracted to real estate.
Yeah, I got into real estate about 3 years ago. Bought my first property about 9 years ago. So since then, I bought it before the boom and made a little bit of money on it. So that got me interested.
How old were you then when you bought your first property?
I was about 21.
Geez, you're smart. What were you doing to get the money to do that? Were you robbing banks and just, you know,
just
robbing people generally? Or?
Head down, bum up more than anything.
Well done, brother. And now 3 years in the real estate game with your father-in-law, is that right?
My father-in-law, that's right, David Wilson. So he's been at it 10 years. So he was a great entry point for me. He wanted to get me involved and I wanted to get involved, so it worked out well.
Fantastic. Guess what we've got to do, Glenn?
What's that?
We've got to go and talk to Dan again. He's gone out to another real estate area. He's out, get this, where are we now?
Wattle Grove?
Dan's at Banksia Grove, whole different plant. Check it out, Dan.
There's a rumour out there that up until now, had West Aussies thinking house prices are foul. Because of the mining or the GFC, buying a home would just never be. But seeing the pain on young couples' faces, one group has been asked to be put through their paces. We said we want land and house within budget, so they answered our prayers and they gave us... What rhymes with budget? Apologies for that, I probably should have rehearsed it first. I am of course talking about the development named Banksia Grove. The folk behind this aim to create the iconic Northern Parkland master plan community of the future. Sounds good, doesn't it? It's better than my poetry. Their urban planners and environmental experts have ensured every T has been crossed when it comes to the quality of life this estate brings to its residents. And haven't they done it well? 42 hectares of native bushland are going to be retained forever. 71, including parks. That's over 20% of this entire site. The centrepiece being this magnificent linear park, modelled on the award-winning design of our very own Kings Park. But the real reason for this development is to provide an affordable home and lifestyle for those of us craving a rent-free existence. Prices have deliberately been kept low, so every one of the 12,000 residents can wander the streets with a grin. While on a wander, be prepared to double take when you walk past one of the signature artworks by local artist John Terry. Now this is all part of the estate's commitment to art and culture. If you're raising a family, you might like to hear that schools, a shopping centre and parks are all being built up front. And I hope you like sports because there'll be facilities galore. Mary, the house and land packages here are really affordable. How does that happen?
We compare very favourably to developments in the Northern Corridor, Dan, but I believe it's our proximity to freeway and train and our promise of 3 primary schools and a high school that actually give us the edge.
So with this development, would you think it'd attract an investor or maybe a family?
I would say predominantly families. However, investors are in recent times finding it very appealing because of the good return on rentals.
To help add a little perspective, it's only 30 minutes to the city centre, 5 to Joondalup shops and walking distance to the city of Wanneroo. Best part is, we're only 10 k's from the beach. So there you go. Everything you needed to know about this affordable master plan community. For those who didn't have time to Google it, budget, it turns out, rhymes with mudget. It's a rare surname apparently. Who knew? If you'd like any more info on the development here at Banksia Grove, go to westrealestate.com.au and follow the links.
Once again, brilliant work, Dan. Thank you, my friend. And that is it for this week's program. If you'd like to find out about anything you've seen in today's show, go to westrealestate.com.au. Remember, next week we're going to be on at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, not in the morning, 4 o'clock, so tune in then. And don't forget about your chance to win an Aquatechnics plunge pool to the value of nearly $20,000. westrealestate.com, follow the prompts. We'll see you next time. 4 o'clock. There's Nemo. We're on a Kitchen Island, you see. They come up out of the water, the fish. They're incredibly friendly around here. Don't be scared, kids. I was just acting. See you next week.
And that's a wrap.